social media is well known as a relationship wrecker, with couples posting so much of their activities online and having it come back to bite them, yes, while others use social media as a convenient tool to sneak around and to cheat on their partners. But then, as a double-edged sword, social media also has the power to start and build great relationships that otherwise may not have been possible. The title of tonight's episode of Moments is Met and Married on Social Media. Welcome to the show. Hi, ladies.
Hello.
How are you?
It goes down in the DM.
Yes.
It goes down. It goes down in the DM. It goes down.
So I know
we're all trying to figure it out. Like
we've
DMs.
all had DM action. People sliding into our DM and trying to, you know, but especially you, I'm sure.
But I've never dated like the people that slide into my DM. Cool. Do you understand? Like it's not. I don't. Okay, first of all, if your page is private, let me give you guys a hint. You guys who are sliding into my DM, if your page is private and you slide into my DM, I'm not gonna respond. I need to see a little bit of your social media to understand if I feel like you and I can have a connection. So yeah.
Well, in a moment, we'll be joined by a Nigerian artist and his wife. You'll be shocked to know how they met and fell in love online.
And a very warm welcome back. This is Moments Nigeria, and tonight is all about couples who met online and lived happily ever after. Our first guests are Isaac Geralds and ENAH Geralds. Now, we all know Isaac Geralds from MTN Project Fame Season 4. Now, he's gone on to do beautiful things on the music scene in Nigeria, and he met his lovely wife, ENAH, online. Now, Isaac and his wife join us here in studio. What a beautiful couple!
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Aww. You make love look so sweet.
I know, right? That's why I'm taking that in right now. But I mean, I need to know who started it. Who sent the first DM?
I sent the first DM and he responded.
What did you say in the DM?
We have a mutual friend, and I had commented on his page to say, oh, okay, there's a line in his song that says, how far, Sister Kate? And I'm like, oh, I'm Kate, so why not just ask me directly? And then he goes, and then on and on and on, and then he goes, oh, I think I then said, I don't like these public conversations. I'll just ask you my question in the DM so the monitoring spirits don't catch us.
Yes.
And then we enter the DM.
And you slick way to shoot your shot.
Oh my God.
I like it.
That's cute. That's cute.
Feeling cool.
How do you feel?
So pretty much it was a situation where there was something that created the conversation.
Yes.
You know. Okay, so and I'm gonna go to you because as a woman, you know, as women we tend to be a bit skeptical. And yes, Isaac is a public figure, but you don't know him personally. When did you finally get to the point where you were comfortable with meeting him in person and saying, you know what, I can actually consider dating him?
I think it was just a bit more comfortable for me because we had the mutual friend, and I felt like I knew him before because our mutual friend is always talking about him. So I felt like I knew him. We just had never spoken or never met, so it was a bit comfortable. I wasn't scared, I wasn't worried, and then it just happened.
Just happened, okay. Just happened. I love that. So I want to talk about, you know, before you got married, when you were dating, because you know how people, when you date in Lagos, people can be very coded about it. You don't want anyone to know, so that maybe they don't come and say, Isaac Geralds, are you sure? Or, you know, to you, ENAH, I've heard so and so and so. So did you guys keep it largely private until the proposal, or were you quite open with your relationship, telling friends, family, and everybody around?
There were like a handful of people who knew we were dating. So at a point in time, I kept on talking about Ewalua on my page, right? I talked about her. I wrote songs about her.
But you didn't tag her.
I never did. I never put up a picture of her. I never did. The only time people got to see her was during the proposal.
I was there the night of the proposal at Hard Rock. It was so dramatic, and I could tell you really did not know what was going on because you were like covering your face. You were so shy.
But I had friends I had to tell my friends that, look, you need to block this exit, because I knew that she was going to run away. But at the point, I knew that.
Not run away because she didn't want to say yes, right?
Oh, no.
I got you.
Look, but the proposal story is a different story entirely. But
you wanted to block all.
Yeah, you know, I needed to know that people were good because she was going to run away. She'll probably, as she's running, she'll be on the phone and say, "Oh, baby, yes, it's yes." So, but I just need to run away to save my head and stuff. But yeah, nobody knew who she was until.
I want to go back to that, right? Because I feel like there's online dating protocol and etiquette, right? So how do you feel when your boyfriend doesn't post you, doesn't mention you on the social media page? Did you ever at any point feel like, this is a bit dodgy, like isn't this demonish behavior? Like, let people know that I'm madame and I'm here. You know what I mean?
You know that Twitter thing where they say me and me? So there is me that is very sensible and the me that can be paranoid.
Yes.
So me that sensible goes, I don't want to be there.
Yeah.
And me goes, seriously, maybe it's because he's hiding you from 20 other girls.
Exactly.
But somehow in the end, I think reason one, I didn't want to be out there in the open. I still don't. When he posts it, I go there and I'm like, again. And then we're out in public, I don't want to take pictures, I don't want to do red carpets, I don't even know how we are here, but it's okay.
Okay, so you shy away from publicity. Okay.
Oh no, but I mean, I didn't. The only thing I didn't do was to show her face, but I literally talked about her every other time. And then I feel like some people even follow me on social media because of her. Like people go, oh my, they're always talking about this person and always blah 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 blah. So some people just wait for posts of her and they go, oh yeah, so something.
Well, you know, I like that you keep referring to some people and other people because in essence, when you put yourself on social media, that's what it's all about. We're going to dig deeper into that shortly. We need to take a quick break, but don't you move, because when we come back, we're getting further into this discussion about meeting online and falling in love with our very own celebrity couple.
I'm really curious to find out about, you know, just how you were able to, you guys are very different, you know, and Isaac is a very public person and you're a very private person. But at any point, did the fact that he was, even though you have a mutual friend, did the fact that he was a celebrity kind of make you a bit nervous? Because that means that your relationship has a very high chance of being online.
Well, it still does. I still worry. I'm like, oh God, let nothing happen. I don't want to blow. It happens all the time.
Yeah.
I still remember my mom asking me, are you sure this is the life you want? Even my boss called me at some point to say, are you sure this is the life you want? You are not this person. And I'm like, well, sometimes love happens and you have to find a way in the end. And I think that's just what
sometimes the guy's just too great to live.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that as well. That as well. So Isaac, you know, from the DM sliding to the proposal was about a year. It was less than a year actually, I think. Was it right?
Was
about a year. It's quite a short period of time.
Yeah.
So how did you know ENAH was the one? And what qualities does she have that made you think, oh, my wife, I have to keep this beautiful woman?
At the risk of making her feel overly excited, I of course, my DM is constantly, even now that I'm married, right, it doesn't change anything for some people, right?
I'm sure it's
now. I don't know what you're talking
about.
No,
we agree with you. We understand.
It doesn't change anything, to be truthful, right? But then, I always say to people, the moment I meet my wife, I would know, right? So, from just having conversations, I could tell already that, look, I like this person, right? Like you said, I think Bolani was saying that, look, don't lock your page. Do you get what I mean? Don't, for any reason. So she sent me a message. I looked her up. I'm like, oh, okay, interesting. And then my friend was like, oh, yeah, this person I've been telling, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay. And then we had conversations. She's leading to the DM. I said, oh, at that point, I was already comfortable. So all I could say was, hey, I can't really chat on here because Instagram is like go to and come back. Yeah. So it's going to be slow. So here's my number, blah, 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 blah. And she called me and then, you know, it was, first, I think I was marveled at the confidence that she displayed. She obviously was not an Instagram girl. Do you get me? When I met her, she had like 300 and something followers. She was not a...
My life.
I didn't want...
I know.
No.
Oh
no, but I truthfully, I still don't want... I don't want that celebrity marriage thing. My home is my home. I want the sanctity of my home. I don't want to go home and be cautious of cameras and all that stuff. I want to leave that whole celebrity thing at the door. Yes. Get to my home and then feel at home. And that's one thing I think I found with her.
Isaac, I love the fact that you're talking about that because let's talk about social media couples, actually, let's call them that, right? Because there's a saying that I've come across which says, listen, once you introduce us, we your followers, to your person or your partner on social media, we are part of the relationship. And when you guys break up, please, you need to explain to us what went wrong. Because when you were happy and you were cute, we were part of the process, right? How do you manage the ups and downs that inevitably come in a marriage on social media? When you guys are fighting, will you say, I'm not going to post her? Or do you know what I mean? How do you balance that so that the world doesn't feel like they know too much about your relationship?
It's funny because something still happened last week and someone said, oh, you haven't exactly posted so much of a white lady. I'm like, I don't understand. Have you looked at my page? My page is always there. So I remember one day I was so mad at her, and then I just went on Instagram and I posted a picture of both of us. I didn't even comment. I just put a picture there and I walked away. I was hoping that people would at least be able to take a cue from that and see that, these guys are fighting and stuff like that, but nothing like that. About if my marriage is not on social media. People just know that, look, I'm crazy about my wife. I really do love my wife. So all I basically do is just post pictures of her, say nice things and all of that stuff. I don't even tag her on Instagram till now. Do you get what I mean? She doesn't, you will not go on my page and then see her handle or something like that. All people just know is, oh, Ewalua this or Ewalua that. You're not in our business. You don't know what's happening. You just see pictures from maybe the wedding or we're hanging out somewhere nice or something like that. You will not see, oh, and then I posted a very naughty picture some days ago. It's just really intimate and fun moments. When people send me messages and say, oh my god, you guys are so cute, you guys ever fight and stuff, I'm like, you don't even have an idea. But guess what, I was fortunate to talk to some lady on Instagram she says, oh, she's going through blah 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 blah. I said, look, love is not exactly the feeling that you feel or mushy and stuff. It's a commitment. So I look at her, she has her faults. And I remember that I committed to loving this person. I know who she is. I asked myself before we got married, can I live with these faults that I see? Yes, I can. Because she just might never change. I have so many annoying things. People say, you're so cute, you're so... I'm like, if only you have an idea. I could be really annoying. I forget things. I don't know two other people that can handle me. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like she does. So,
but it's really interesting because it's obvious you guys have a great chemistry and there's a balance there, and I'm loving the love. I'm loving the love. I might just respond to one of my DMs, maybe.
Excuse me, right? She's not. Everybody on social media, she's not a saint. Everybody just goes, oh, Isaac, you're the troublemaker. She doesn't even look like somebody that can look for trouble. Isaac? It's not true.
I don't know about that. But
you know me, right?
Exactly, I know you. Exactly. Thank you so much, Isaac and Emma, for coming on the show.